How exciting! And how just so cute. I can't even handle it. So just before, when you all were with Tristan, one was lying in its own little section of the den and the other one in the other. And now they're busy, as you can see, cuddling a little bit, smelling each other. There's a wildebeest in the background who's just seen them. Alarm called, and it's actually scared them. So I know I laughed there, but they're not running from my laugh. They're running from that wildebeest who's just realized that they're there. Wildebeest are not the smartest of our bushveld creatures. So what's happened with that wildebeest is he's realized that something close to this termite mound has moved. Could be a leopard, could be something. He's not quite sure. So rather make an alarm call now. And look, there you are. Goodbye, wildebeest. And then he'll run away, and then he'll forget about what scared him, and then he'll turn around and come back. Can you all hear that? So it's basically a big like that. So another reason why the hyena cubs are going to move away with an alarm call is they look. I mean, we know that wildebeest is alarm calling for these hyena cubs, but that is an alarm call for a predator. So they don't want to be killed by lion or by leopard or by hyenas that are not part of their clan. So their reaction to run away and run into the den is a good one. It means that they're going to keep themselves safe. But notice as well that because it's just one wildebeest making the call, they are checking on the wildebeest just to make sure, is it for us? Is there something else we should be aware of? The wind has just picked up, so they're smelling. You notice how the ears are constantly going. It's a very different reaction. If they heard a leopard or a lion calling right now, they would be in that den. Quick, 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 quick. So after we cut away back to Taylor and the Mara, Jandre and I were chatting, and Jandre was saying quite some years ago they filmed a brown hyena at the dam, at the WildEarthTV dam there, the Djuma dam. And I was wondering if it was possibly a brown hyena that has escaped from Karangwe, which is a different reserve north of us, that had been relocated there. Because historically speaking, they're not, the range isn't here. But it does beg the question is our research on the historical capacity of the brown hyena accurate? Again. Oh, how cute. I love hyena cubs, especially when they're smaller than this and they're all black. So these cubs are from the same litter. I was asking Tristan the other day, because as you all know, I just started this week, so this is the first time I'm seeing them. It's not my first hyena cubs, but my first hyena cubs here on Djuma at our den site here. And I was asking Tristan the age, and he said there are a few from April and then a few from July, August, when Tara was visiting again. These are the ones that are from July, August. So that would be, how many months? We're in November now, so 3 months. All right, so we are going to link to Taylor and see what she is up to up in the Mara. Maybe some hyenas come and join her predator fest up that side. You never know, and we'll keep an eye on here and see you just now. Welcome back, everyone. I was just sitting here and thinking, so we've had all the major predators this afternoon's drive between myself, Tristan, Taylor, and Scott, except wild dogs. So we've done exceptionally well. And then Taylor got that amazing serval, which is just such a bonus. And the cuteness factor of our little hyena cubs is too much. Just before we came back, when you guys were busy with Tristan with his gorgeous leopard, the cub on the left repositioned himself, I swear, just so that the camera angle was better, so that you could look at their two cute faces side by side. You hear him listening. So what you will see normally with a litter like this is one will be a male and one will be a female. Hyena mums usually have between 1 and 3 pups. And one of these, cubs, excuse me, one of these cubs the female will end up being most likely one of the more dominant females coming on. And it's interesting because she sometimes tries to kill her brother. It's siblicide. And usually the brother will be smaller. So without having seen much, I would guesstimate that the one on the left is the male and the one on the right is the female. But that is a very large guesstimation, and that's just from how they look and the way they've been moving around. So Joy, you are saying that these hyenas are looking really thin. So Joy, for me, they're looking the way that they should look. They're little 3-month-old, roughly, babies. They're also lying down, so I don't know if maybe the angle is giving a little bit of a misrepresentation. But yeah, no, they look very, very healthy and happy. Their bellies will bulge out after they nurse or if mom brings them any meat. But this is pretty normal for their age and how they're supposed to look. Good question, though. Oh, look, they know we're talking about them. So Philip, you're wondering if hyena cubs hollow out the den themselves. So this termite mound, which by the way is probably about 1,000 to 2,000 years old. This termite mound is an old one. The holes that they're in were created by aardvark and then probably renovated a little bit by warthog, and then the hyenas came in. The cubs inside will build sort of little tiny spaces for them to fit in that the parents cannot fit in. That's where they practice their siblicide for the most part, but it's not too much of a renovation situation. A little bit, but not much. They also do it to try and give themselves a little space in case a leopard were to come along and get into the den and want to kill them. Not necessarily for eating. Predators just don't like other predators. Although that being said, I have seen a male leopard kill and eat a hyena cub. All right, we are going to head back up to Taylor. She's got an amazing sighting with some lions and see what's happening there with her, and we'll wait here until you come back. Well, Tristan, cheekiness isn't really describing our little hyena cubs at the moment, but cute, definitely cute. Half asleep hyena cubs. Oh, shame. So cute. Look at that little face. So adorable. It's interesting, over the years, I've had about a 50-50 split with guests on guests that just absolutely cannot stand hyena. They think this is the ugliest thing they've ever seen, and guests who absolutely love them. I fall into the absolutely love them category. Gendre also falls into the absolutely love them category. And I don't know, look at that. You have to love a hyena after seeing that. And also, they're just such an important part of the ecosystem. Along with vultures, we talked about it a couple of drives ago, with the vultures being part of the garbage disposal system of the bush and not being able to get a lot of the diseases. Hyenas are the same. They also can't get many of the diseases that other animals here can get. And if I am remembering correctly, they can get rabies, but they're only carriers of rabies. And they can pass away from it, but it's their stomach lining and the sorry, I was just looking up and I got excited. Maybe Mom was coming back from the other side. And the juices inside actually aid them in not getting sick. I'm going to need to, when I get home, just triple check on that. I've got a very good friend who's an ecologist up in the north central part of South Africa, and we were having a conversation about this a few months ago, and I'm missing a finer point at the moment. But anyway, back to the cuteness factor. Oh, Taylor, sorry, these cuteness things are not going to go away, but Taylor has lions roaring again, so we definitely have to go up there and listen to that amazing sound. Welcome back. So they've just stood up, they've just started, oh, and then we're lying down again. But that one's there we go, a little bit of play. That's what we've been waiting for. So the conversation I was talking about earlier with my friend that's an ecologist, we were actually talking about, I've remembered it more in full now, talking about how hyenas don't present symptoms, such normal, quote-unquote, rabies symptoms as other mammal species because of the way that they deal with other diseases. And then Gendre was just mentioning that he's heard of rabid hyenas in Malawi causing problems. So it does happen. It's just obviously dependent on individual a little bit, but then mitigated by the way that their body functions. I'm sorry, this is so cute. Look at them. Look at their little teeth. So those are sharp little teeth. Remember, hyenas have the strongest jaws. The torque is the largest of any land mammal in their jaws. So they're not biting each other hard right here. It is a little love nibble, but if they get a bit too rambunctious, they are going to hurt each other. Shame. Joy, you're wondering what's the difference between a pup and a cub? Good question. I know I keep accidentally switching between the two with hyenas. So because hyena is a hyena. They're not a cat or a dog. They're a hyena. But taxonomically, they fall under Felidae at some point in the hierarchy. That is why they have cubs. Anything that falls under Canidae has a pup, and under Felidae is a cub. Straight down the line there. But there's a lot of conjecture over the two, but that is the end all be of it. All right, while the cuteness carries on, we are going to head over to Taylor, who is still up in the Mara and still has lions for you to view. Enjoy.